Hey everyone, welcome to the 7 at 7. My name is Thomas, and I will be leading today's 7 at 7, which is a 7-minute devotional at 7 p.m. I encourage you to share the 7 at 7 with your family and friends. Again, I'm Thomas, and I'm a high school student that attends Burlpres Church. I've been attending Burlpres with my family for as long as I can remember. My topic is about how to choose faith over fear. But first, I want to share a bit about my church background and what this unprecedented time has been for me. I first started going to Next Gen program about 12 years ago, and I've been attending ever since. Many of my most memorable moments happened at this church, like going on mission trips, being baptized, and even being confirmed. I actually finished my confirmation class only a few months ago. We started our confirmation class like any normal year, in person. We talked to our mentors, we got to learn more about our pastors, and we became closer to God. Then, of course, March of 2020 came around, and things changed. We took a brief hiatus from confirmation class so that things could be figured out, as we could no longer meet in person. As many of you remember, this period of time was filled with uncertainty. We didn't know how to best stay protected. We didn't know if it would get worse. We didn't know when things would get back to normal. During all of this, I had online classes for school, which gave me more spare time than usual, and I used that spare time to think about the possible outcomes of this pandemic. At that time, I thought that things would be mostly back to normal by June and that my brother would have a normal high school graduation. And unfortunately, I was very wrong. I also never thought that a mask would become my favorite article of clothing. But I knew one thing for sure. Things won't be the same when the pandemic is over. That was very alarming to me, and I'm sure that that thought scared many people around the world as well. However, soon after that, my confirmation class started again, online. The leaders of the class figured out how to do confirmation virtually, and it went very well. At the end of the confirmation class, I finished my statement of faith and was able to read it in front of our mentors, parents, and pastors at a Zoom meeting. After that, I didn't have that much to do. As summer started and I was out of school, I was really hoping that things would start getting better in the summer. I tried to think of better things during the summer, like how I was not in school anymore, and how my brother was going to college at the end of the summer, and how my parents would be able to take a few days off. I didn't think that things could possibly get any worse. But without even realizing it, in the back of my mind, I always had a sense of anxiety, a sense of insecurity, and a sense of dread. At that time, I was thinking, how could this happen? As a younger person, I wanted to know when was the last time that something like this happened. My parents told me that they've never experienced anything like this, and that the last time something like this happened was around a century ago. Over the summer, my faith was shaken. People around the world were suffering, they were grieving, and were scared. I remember one night, I was looking through my parents' Facebook account because my parents' Facebook friends post some really interesting things, and I saw that someone had posted a piece of scripture. I would normally scroll right over it, but something caught my eye. The scripture was Isaiah 41:10, and it read, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous hand." The thing that caught my eye was the first part. Fear not, for I am with you. At that time, Many people around the world were scared, including me. But that piece of scripture brought me a little comfort as I remembered that God is with me and with all of us. I started reading the Bible a bit more often than I used to, as it, along with other things, kept me sane during these times. After summer ended, school started again, which was still virtual. I started getting used to my regular routine of staying home all day. Things seemed more hopeful as there were reports that a vaccine would be finished and could start being distributed next summer. Around that time, I found another piece of scripture that spoke to me. It was Joshua 1:9, and it read, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord, your God, is with you wherever you go." This scripture reading also resonated with me because it, again, reminded me how God is always with us. Even during these difficult times, God is with us. These scriptures really helped me during these times, and I ask that you read scripture for support and help. Thank you for listening to my 7 at 7.